guys, welcome to Open Up with Angel B. This is season 2. And today I'm sitting down with a soulful and inspiring Morgan Taylor Jones, a powerhouse R&B singer and songwriter whose voice has lifted up stage from Apollo Theater to Soulful Sounds, and whose heart for community has created something truly special with the Morgan Taylor Jones experience. From sharing stage with legends like Andrew Day to creating platforms for local talent, Morgan's journey is rooted in passion, intention, and love for the connection through music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you for coming.
Yes.
So, we have a thing here.
Okay.
We always take a shot.
Okay.
It is a healthy shot, okay? So, it's a ginger shot. The singers love it.
Yeah.
So, let's do it. Cheers. To open up.
Yes. Love a good ginger shot.
Right.
We're open.
Really, now we can sing. So, how are you? Are you good?
I'm good. I'm good. Things have been like busy and changing and navigating all of those things, but I'm doing better.
Good. Good
Yeah.
to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So, my first question always, what is the song that would describe your life right now?
Right now? Well, describe my life right now. That's such a good question. There's a couple songs that come to mind. One, whenever I think about a song that's like about my life, the song As by Stevie Wonder is like me and my family's song. So they're constant in my life. So that's one. But then also to think about like modern day, Victoria Monet has a song called Hollywood on her last project that's really good. It just talks about being in this city and pursuing your dreams and like sticking to it. And I think that song has Earth, Wind and Fire on it too. So it also has like elements of different eras that I love, like the 70s. So I'd say those two.
Nice.
Yeah.
I go back and listen.
Yes.
Understand better. Okay. Was there a moment that you knew, without a doubt, that music was your calling?
Yeah. Not to sound like every singer, but I've done music my whole life. But I'd say, because it's a couple things, right? Like I always say that music is literally the reason why I exist. My parents met in a band. My dad plays keys. My mom sings. So it's truly the bloodline of me and my siblings, which is why I think there's always been this tug of war of like, do I keep going? Do I stop? When I try to leave it, it always pulls me back because it runs through my veins.
That's who you are.
But I know. But I'd say when I was 12 years old, I don't know what like exactly clicked, but I remember being 12 and I went into my parents' room. They were like, I can see the scene right now. They were about to go to bed. Just the side lamp was on. And I was like, I want to be a singer. And at that time, like all the pop stars were really big. So my mom was like a Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera kind of thing. And I was like, yeah. And she said, okay. And kind of, we just left it at that. But that was the moment that I said that this is what I want to do when I was 12.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how was your childhood? Is Durham,
Yes.
North Carolina?
Yes.
Did I say correct?
You did. Durham, North Carolina. My childhood is really good. Like, I'm really grateful to come from the family that I came from. Again, really supportive parents, like even till now at this young but big age of still being on this path. I'm the oldest of 3, so I have a younger brother and a younger sister. And when it comes to my extended family, like my family's pretty small, but I'd say mighty in the sense of always been super supportive. Like I was born in Virginia and lived there till I was young, and then we moved to Durham, North Carolina. So I always just say like that's where I really grew up because I went through like my preteen and teenage like attitude phase there, and, like all that stuff, yeah, everything. But seeing my family like in Virginia when we all lived close to one another, like how much we all supported each other. When I was younger, it just seemed like normal. And that's something that my parents have instilled in me and my siblings to this day. And even once we moved, like we would still go visit them and vice versa. And now as an adult, and as I meet people who have different life journeys, I see like how special that really was to have had again, a small but really tight and supportive family around me. So it was a good upbringing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is your parents still together?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, they've been together for, I won't call them out, but a very long time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that I feel family is the base.
Yeah.
Like, I wish everybody would be able to experience that.
Yeah, same. And it's like as you get older and live in different cities or just like meet people from different places, you really do. I've come to realize over the past few years that like your upbringing really does shape you in many ways. And for better or worse, it can like impact and how you view life and how you view people and how you even like experience things as an adult. So I also wish that people like had collectively good upbringings, because not to be like cliche, but the world would be a better place.
Oh yeah.
You know?
We have to deal with so many problematic people because when I'm like, where's your parents? Oh, I got it now.
Right. But it also helps you understand people more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on people like listening and telling. I'm big on telling your story and sharing your journey. 'Cause I think you owe it to yourself and to others to share your journey. But when we listen to each other, it's like, oh, now I get why you don't like this, or why you do that when I would never do that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And how your hometown shaped the way you see music and life?
Music and life. You know, growing up, I always knew I was going to leave. Not that I was trying to run from my family, because again, like, they were supportive. I loved them. But I just knew at that time where I was from was not a place that like fit what I wanted to do. And of course, like when I was coming up, I was young, everybody who like made it was from New York or from LA. And I've loved New York my whole life. And so I think around the time I was like 16, told my parents I was moving to New York. Just because it just felt like the place where there was more opportunities. In hindsight, there's always been something about me that's loved like fast pace and hustle and bustle and just like, we gotta go, we gotta get stuff done. And so now that I've been away from home for a long time and like lived in New York, live in LA now for some time, looking back, where I grew up was a really nice place to grow up, to have like that balance of a slower pace, community. We had a pretty good community around us, like when I was in high school, which was nice. So I think it shaped that as to where those are still things that I value. And now in this moment saying it, I realize like that's why. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
because then you went to the crazy city. I love New York.
I love it so much.
I went from São Paulo, where I live. It's crazy. Like we would say it's the New York in Brazil.
Yeah.
I went from São Paulo to New York first before coming.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Like I never thought I'd live in LA. I never, ever thought I'd live in LA. I told my parents when I was young, I was like, not only am I going to move there, but I always just felt like I was supposed to be from there. I've just loved the people. They are some of the kindest and nicest people, despite what like people think. New Yorkers are amazing. And again, just like the energy of the city is something that really like fires me up. I love New York still so much.
I love it.
Yeah.
But when after I moved here, I feel I got a little bougie.
It can happen.
Because then every time I go to New York, I'm like, oh, it's dirty. Walking the street, the rats.
What I have to always readjust to when I get to New York is if I have to walk, like if I'm on the train for a long time and then have to walk a long way to my destination, having a car out here has spoiled me of like, I just want to get there. Though LA traffic is like terrible, but there's something about just having that quiet space to yourself. And I love walking, like even in LA, it's not a walkable city, but I will walk places and look like a crazy person. I just love that still.
Exercise.
But yeah, there was like, I went back to visit New York last year and I went back to my old neighborhood, and it's the same train I took for 5 years, like the same neighborhood. And my apartment in New York was like a 10 to 12 minute walk from the train, which sounds like nothing, but once you've been on the subway for 45 minutes, you just want to get there. And I remember like having a walk, and then I felt that my hair was puffing up and I was like sweaty, and I was like, I'm not used to this anymore.
We get bougie. People say, oh, you changed Hollywood. I guess so.
I'm just like, can I get in the car instead? Yeah. So true.
It's true, right? Well, but the essence didn't change, okay?
No,
We're cool people.
we're still good people.
Yeah.
Good people who will always prefer the real over the fake.
Yeah. So what was your parents' advice when you decide, like, I'm gonna move
Yeah.
and pursue my dreams?
I'd say, like, when I moved to New York, there wasn't like much advice necessarily because we all knew it was going to happen. Like, I tried to move to New York right after high school. I didn't go to college right away because I was like, I'm moving to New York because, again, I came up in the era when it was like Destiny's Child and the Backstreet Boys and Christina Aguilera, Britney, NSYNC, all these people who were like famous by the time they were 16. And I was like, I'm 18 finishing high school. I'm already late. Like, I have to get to the city, you know? And so a week after high school graduation, I started working a 9 to 5. Like, while my friends were at the store buying like their cute dorm decorations, I was like a receptionist, like, how can I help you, kind of thing. And so moving to New York, there wasn't perhaps like advice they gave. Of course, the obvious things of like, be safe. My mom, she lived in New York when she was like in her early 20s. So we did a few trips up there together before I was like trying to move as a teenager. And she taught me, she was like, never look lost. Even if you know you're walking the wrong way, like, keep your head up, don't be looking around, like that kind of thing. So just more so those things of like being aware of your surroundings, protecting yourself, all that. I'd say they gave me kind of even more advice when I moved to LA, though I was like much older, because I ended up not being able to move to New York right after high school. The short story there is like my housing situation was kind of pulled from under me from the person I was going to stay with. And I ended up going to college instead, which in hindsight was like great. I love where I went to college. Shout out to Hampton University. So that was amazing. But when I moved to LA, I was nervous. I was like, what am I actually doing? Because I moved here, like, no job, no car, major leap of faith, staying with my friend's mom in Carson for the first couple months. And if you know where Carson is in LA, it's not central. Like, shout out to Carson. Y'all held me down, but it's not central, like all that stuff. So when it came to moving to LA, my parents really encouraged me more than I encouraged myself initially, because again, I thought I'd like spend my final days of life as a Brooklyn girl. And it was definitely like God who told me to move to LA, and I fought it for a while, and that made life really shaky. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen, I guess. And I moved here, and I was so uncertain about it, but my parents were like, do it, why not? Like, this is one of the best times in your life to do it. And worst case scenario, you go, you don't like it, you come back to the East Coast. And so again, they're always like really supportive, and I'm super grateful for that.
You came like by faith. You didn't have anything here.
I had nothing. I had nothing here. Nothing. Like, my first time ever in LA was 2017. I came during Grammy weeks. I wanted to just see what it was like. I stayed for 2 weeks. The first week was Grammy week, so I like went to events. I worked a couple of events. I was just like New York hustle and networking. And then that second week I was here, I caught up with friends, like old friends, made some new friends, whatever. And I was like, this is cool, but I'm going back to Brooklyn. And then my second time to LA was a whole year later, January of 2018. I came for me and my friend's birthday. And then my third time in LA was 4 months later in May of 2018. And that was with my one-way ticket. Like, one-way ticket, 2 suitcases, a book bag, that was it.
That's the story of one of us.
Like, that was it. That was it.
Okay.
And just knowing my ultimate goals. I remember being on the plane, because I flew out of North Carolina, where I'm from, to, just be with my family before I moved out here. And I was on the plane in my window seat, like I always have. And before we took off, I literally said to myself, I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I actually doing? So I was really scared, really uncertain, but LA has been good to me. So 7 years later, I'm still here.
And it's been working, right? You've been doing great. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So how do you deal with, we're in a social media era, so how do you deal with comparison? How do you do to stay authentic to yourself and your beliefs?
Yeah.
Now we're full of information.
I know. Sometimes it's harder than I even like want to admit. I'd say the way that I try to avoid comparison is sometimes you have to just get offline. Like, you have to just close the app. You have to close the app. You have to close the app. And you have to remind yourself of like what you have already done. And then also remind yourself that you don't really know what that person is doing. We all know that social media is like everybody's highlight reels, from the pictures or to the actual reels or TikTok videos, whatever. We know it's people choosing to show the shiny things of their life, but yet we see it and we're like, damn, she's at this event, I'm on my couch, like I didn't get invited, like that kind of thing. And I have to just remind myself that like I don't know what they're going through, because it could be that I posted a really cute shiny picture today from like my latest modeling campaign. At the same time, I'm on my couch crying because I'm like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? So it's just those things of closing the app, reminding yourself of like who you are and what you've done, and that you don't really know what that person did to get there, or they could be at this event but still be struggling behind the scenes. And so just being really honest with yourself about what you do and don't know. Yeah.
You advocate a lot for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm such an advocate for mental health. I've had a mental health journey my whole life, probably since I was about 12. And, you know, at different times in life, either didn't like know what it was or didn't know what to call it or didn't want to admit that like, oh, this might be depression right now, that kind of thing. And I've gone through a lot of ups and a lot of like really low downs with my mental health. And I'm such an advocate for it because there are so many people who go through it. Like, I don't believe in calling it mental health struggles or mental health illness or whatever, because having a mental health journey is what I refer to it as. More of us have it than not. And so I'm such an advocate for like taking care of yourself. You have to take care of your mental health. I can't emphasize enough, you have to, because that's the core of you. If your mind is not well, if your spirit's not well, you can only show up to work but so long to try to pretend it's okay. You can only go to your rehearsals so often before you're like ready to pop off. And so I'm a big advocate for like checking in with yourself and being honest about where you are, and like finding ways to talk about it more. It might not be that you go to therapy. Like, I'm not in therapy right now. I have been in the past. Sometimes it's worked for me. Sometimes I haven't had like the best therapist. But even if you have like one family member, one friend to talk to, and this all can sound so cliche. Like, I know this is like talk to someone sounds like every PSA, you know? But it's so real. And so I'm a big advocate for like working out to help your mental health. We love what it does to you, like physically. I love the snatch. At the same time, movement is medicine. Moving your body can, like, I don't know the exact science behind it, but there is science behind it that proves like you move your body, it helps with the endorphins, it helps with how you're feeling. And so I just think we have to be honest with it, because, you know, I have had many times, as recent as like 2 weeks ago, of trying to show up like everything was all right, and then had one of those like volcano moments when everything came to the head and I'm like crying, can't hold it together, that kind of thing. So you got to take care of you. It's so important, because you are all you like have for yourself, especially in these big cities and this crazy industry.
Energy. I feel like artists, we more, what's the word, proponent to that, like to those emotions, because we're really emotional. We feel it. But for so many years I was able to block. I was just like I was just blocking, like so many things happen in my life that disappoint me, and I'm like, F that. Keep going. And I never like stopped to feel it or to like understand. Even like my family were never like talk about certain stuff, so it's just more like we're really close, but there's some stuff we didn't grow up like that, like talking, you know. So we always like on the go. And the last year, like after I lost my dad, I was like, oh my god, I think I cried the whole year for like anything and whatever I didn't cry before.
It all came out.
I would find myself crying like from nowhere, and then at that time was finally I was like in sessions with therapists, which helped in the moment, but I was like was so much like build up.
That's the thing.
That I was like, oh my god.
that buildup is real because like as artists, this journey is crazy. Like let's
let's
be all the way real. This ish is crazy.
We just like betting. It's like in a casino. Like,
right, every day you're like betting money you don't have, spending money and hoping you land on something or that something will be a win. Like this industry is insane. And you, like as artists, we do feel like we feel things in a way that's different than other people, and there's so much that you endure as a person in general in any field, right? But like I can only speak from my experience as pursuing this path for as long as I have in two of the biggest and craziest cities. My day jobs have also always been entertainment, so it's just like I'm around it constantly, in front of and behind the scenes. And there's so much that can come up, and then like we said earlier, how the world could be better if like people had better upbringings. But even if you have a good upbringing, as you get older, there are different things you might remember that you're trying to work through. And so it's just like all that can build up, and if you don't deal with it, it's only gonna get worse. And then one day you'll like pop off on somebody who said hi the wrong way, and it becomes something it doesn't need to become. And so I think checking in with yourself daily, just like you get up and brush your teeth and like wash your behind daily, you got to check in with your mental health daily and find moments throughout the day to like pause, breathe, all of that.
And unfortunately, I feel like that's why a lot of artists too go rely on drugs and other stuff, because they don't want to face it. It's an escape. It's a numbing. If you're like on super heavy drugs or always drunk, you're not really here. You're not really present, and so you don't have to deal with the things that might be making you sad or anxious or whatever. That's why a lot of people turn to it. Just take ginger shots. It's good for you. Not sponsored, but good for you. Meditate. Since last year I started, because I never had a patient. I don't know how to meditate. I'm a New York person. My brain, today I almost choked myself. I was like, because even my brain doesn't catch what I'm doing anymore, because I'm just doing too much at the same time. I swear to God. I have two equipments to do a vocal exercise. One, you have to suck, right? Oh my God. you have to suck and do the lip roll. I was doing one and doing another. I put that one to the side. I got the bottle with the water with a thick straw, but that one you gotta it's out. I inhale it. I was like and then I remember this water's been here. It's not supposed to drink, so I oh my gosh, we're doing too much. I'm doing too much. I was like, just chill. Slow down. Even the brain didn't catch what I was supposed to, because we're always just like go. Like I want to meditate. I know that I need to meditate. I know I need to slow down. I just don't know how to. And my patience is not the best. So I know people say like, start small, start with a minute. But I'm like, I need 10. Like, how can I do it? So if you meditate and have tips and tricks, like tell me, show me. And I'm doing it every morning. Yeah. How long? It's 15 minutes. 15 minutes? Yeah. We have a guest here. Hi. They a special guest. They always special guests. 15 minutes, but I have other, you want to be on the mic, stuff that I've been doing too. Queen bee, go lay down, go baby, lay down. Talk to you afterwards. We interview you after. So I do 15 minutes, and I've been doing other stuff too that I come across. Hypnosis. Yes. Wait, what? Yeah. Like you hypnotize yourself? No, you don't. There's this guy. He's being even mentioned in Joe Rogan. He's really good. I'm gonna show you. I did like a whole program to really restart your brain and get away from some stuff you really want to reset, and it's good. And then there's like for finances, there for stuff. So for like over a month I was listening to audios like sleeping while I was sleeping. It's during you sleeping, the thing like is playing it. And then when you wake up, it's a whole thing. But I've been that's good though, everything, because you're like, I need to figure this out. And I will say there are some mornings like
I'm not one of those people who yet has like, here's my 15-step morning routine. Like, I want to be that girl, but I'm not her. And so the mornings that I do have a good routine of like not checking my phone right away or easing into the day, one thing that I do, and I guess it could be meditating, is I'll set my timer for 2 minutes and I'll just like breathe. So I guess I can meditate sometimes.
Yeah.
And when my brain starts running, what I'll try to do is like just focus on my breath. I'll be like inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. But I really do want to like be a real person that meditates, because I know I need it. My brain doesn't turn off. Yeah. And I'm tired of it always going. I'm like, shut up, girl.
So we on the same page.
Yes, I'm like, turn it off, please. Yeah.
How does community play a role in your artistry and purpose?
My artistry and my purpose? People need people. Like, that is something that I really believe in, and I've been saying that a lot since like the pandemic, right? We saw how the pandemic stripped us of everything, like literally overnight. So I'd say in my community as an artist, I'll be honest, it's something I'm still trying to like fully find in LA. Things like the program we were in helped a lot to find more community of artists in LA, and that's why I started my own live music showcase, the Morgan Taylor Jones Experience. Yes. Because it was that, like, one, it was to give myself like a larger platform to perform on, but also to give other artists a platform to perform on and a space to build community. Like, I like things that just feel natural, not forced. And so I've had people, like my sister-in-law pointed it out recently. I took my show back home this summer and I had a really great turnout of like old friends and family I hadn't seen forever on a super hot North Carolina day. It was like 95 degrees and people were out there. And people stayed and like hung out afterwards. And my sister-in-law was like, look at you, like you're building community, you know? So it plays a big part in just who I am as a person. And then when it comes to, again, like the artist part specifically, I just believe in showing up for people. And so if I think about my purpose, there are a few different things that I think my purpose is. I think one is to show people that whatever you want is possible. Like, I don't come from a big city. Again, I was trying to move to New York at 16. Like, I don't come from a big city. I don't come from, you know, connections. Like, I come from a supportive family, yes, but everything that I've done has been me hustling to figure it out. And so my purpose is to show people that what you want is possible. But over the past, I'd say maybe like year, when I think about it, I think it also is to build community. And I don't do it in a way that I like shout about it. Like some people I know, they're like, I'm a community builder. And I'm like, okay. I find that when I create spaces, it happens naturally. And so, you know, I think it's the energy that I put out is what comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how often are you doing the Morgan Taylor Jones Experience?
Yes. So it started nearly 2 years ago at a hotel here in LA. And again, it started because like I have performed a lot since living here, but it's often kind of smaller acoustic sets. And when I was in New York, I was just used to like full band, lights, stages, all that. And I just really missed that level of performance. So it started to give myself that and to give it to other artists. And so initially I wanted to be like on a pretty regular, like quarterly basis. But it's a lot to do, and I'm a one-woman show. Like, I book myself, I book the other artists, I book the band, I'm sending writers to the venue, whatever, all that. So right now it's kind of happening not on a regular cadence like every month, for example, but I think consistently enough. Like, we started out in December 2023 here in LA, and then we had 2 shows in LA during 2024, and then this year has already been 2 or 3 shows. Nice. In a good way, I can't even remember. Again, I took it back home to North Carolina this year. Oh, and then I did one also this summer in partnership here in LA, with TEDx Inglewood. Mm-hmm. We did a special like TEDx Inglewood presents the Morgan Taylor Jones Experience. That was awesome. Nice. And then next weekend I'm taking it to DC, to Washington DC. So yeah, so it's been again, I can't say like come out every Monday, but when it happens, and it's a really good time. So follow me on IG.
Nice. And you curate the artists that you bring, or they submit to?
No, I choose the artists. Okay. So I'm really intentional about that. Like, I like to choose artists that, yes, fit the kind of style and genre that I do of like R&B and soul, and you know, people who know how to perform and are used to that space, but also like people who are good people. You can have the most accolades, all the awards, name on a billboard, but if you are a piece of crap, I don't care about any of that stuff, and I won't have you around. So yeah, I picked the artists. I want to get to the point where it's like someone helps, or if you see what I'm doing and want to perform, like, you submit, and if it feels like a good match, we can talk through it. But yeah, I book everything from the artists to all the band members to finding the venues to, you know, initiating the partnerships with the locations, whether it's here in LA or even North Carolina or DC.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. And I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
That nobody knows about.
We are one stop shop.
Literally everything. That's why my brain can't turn off. I'm like, did I send this email for like me? Did I send this work email? Like, it's always something. That's why I'm tired.
But that's why you're doing great.
Thank you so much.
In moments of doubt, what has kept you going?
Oh man, that's so interesting because I've had a lot of moments of doubt recently, like in the past few weeks. I don't know right now what's keeping me going. I think besides the fact that some of these gigs have already been booked for a while. But I'd say like my support system, again, I go back to my family a lot because they are really supportive. And I have like also a small group of friends, but the ones that I have are of like super quality, and they encourage me and like will listen to me brain dump and complain about like this path. But the people around me keep me going sometimes more than I can keep me going, because my doubt, I believe in honesty, so my doubt this year has been like super strong. And I've been like questioning everything when it comes to this path. And so it's been my friends and family who have like encouraged me in general. And also their encouragement has then led to me, okay, we'll try again tomorrow or maybe next month, that kind of thing. Yeah.
You're so talented. So don't even.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just need that. You just need to cry sometimes and then go back to work.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a friend that was talking to me like, it's because there's some artists like yourself. She was saying it's so deep already. There's no way like to go back and to look back and like you already there. Like, so you just gotta keep doing it, keep pushing, and everything will align in the right time.
That's a good perspective, and I appreciate that, and your friend, because sometimes it's like that, you know, glass half empty or glass half full, because you can look at it as like it's been a long time and what's then like nothing's happening, or it's been a long time and like you can't go back, it's been your whole life, you have to keep pushing forward. So yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I'll try to remember that too.
What was the biggest lesson you learned in this
as an artist?
In this business?
Ooh, you've got to really, it's funny because we're coming off talking about doubt, which I've had, but when you have those moments, you have to really believe in yourself. The biggest lessons I've learned is like how to believe in myself and advocate for myself. Because I've never had like a manager, a publicist, a booker, nothing. So whether it's been anything from like a small cafe show to performing at the Apollo, like you mentioned during the intro, it's been me that's got those gigs. So I've really learned how to like advocate for myself and to speak up for myself. Because you really have to, and like especially as a woman, and again, this can sound cliche, but if it keeps coming up, it's because it's so true. People don't believe it, but I used to be shy when I was little, and I'm still like have parts of me that are an introvert, but my career makes me have to be extroverted, because I have to, when I walk into a room or to an event, I have to present as she's this artist and you should book her and like work with her, you know? So yeah, I've just learned how to like really speak up for myself and advocate for myself. And recent times, like just the past couple of years, also learning how to like negotiate deals like monetarily, because also when it's you speaking up for you and you speaking up for you as a woman, you don't want to like seem as though you're coming off too strong or whatever. But it's like, no, this is what the rate is.
It's hard, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
because they take you like, oh, she's being a bitch.
I know. It's like, but I'm just saying what my rate is.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Like, there's one time I was gonna perform a show, for it was a gala event that was like smaller, and I try to perform with live musicians every show if I can. And so there was a musician that I was gonna work with, and I was like, "What's your rate for this?" And they gave me a number, and I was like, "Oh, damn!" Like it was a really big number. And they were like, "Yeah, this is my rate because of XYZ reasons." And I remember looking at that as like, that's what they said their rate is. Like, period. And we were able to negotiate with the platform. But them giving that rate made me rethink my rate because their rate was bigger than mine. I'm like, I'm a singer. Like, well, you know, so still learning that piece, but also open to the conversation. Because like there are some times when yes, it's like the rate is the rate and stand your ground. And there are some times it might be like, okay, if you can't give me my full rate, what else can we do? Yeah. So just speaking up for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. And looking back, what advice you would give your younger self before start chasing this crazy?
Little MTJ. What advice would I give myself? I would say I'm pausing because like there's so many things that I could say, but then there's things I wouldn't say too because like there's nothing I would change about my journey, though there's been plenty of times I've been like, what is actually going on? But there's things I wouldn't change. But I would tell my younger self that like you got it. Like you really have it. You are talented. Don't doubt that. Don't second guess yourself. Like trust your gut earlier. Because now I trust my gut without hesitation. But being younger or just even, 10 years ago, I'd be like, maybe, I don't know, I'm like overthinking. But now I know that like, no, my gut is super strong. My intuition is strong. So trust yourself, trust your gut. You are talented. You do have what it takes. And always remember that, like, never let anybody make you feel less than.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great advice. I love it. So what's next for Morgan?
Oh, gosh. Some things we're still trying to figure out. But up next is the Morgan Taylor Jones Experience. My live music showcase is going to be in Washington, D.C. Next week. So I'm really excited about that. It'll be my first time performing in DC, I think. Nice. So that's super exciting. And trying to figure out like what the rest of the year is. I want to say the summer has been like booming in the best way. I've had nonstop shows from like May through now October with the DC show. I had a show this past weekend in LA. Like things have been moving. So next is trying to figure out what's next. Like, is it closing out the year with some more shows, and I have some potential things coming up, but also deciding upon like what do I want the rest of this journey to look like. I was talking to a friend over the weekend and I was like, I'm done, I'm tapped out, like it's so much. And they asked me, they said, well, have you tried everything? And I was like, yeah, I did this, that, boom, boom, like I've tried it all. And so they gave me just some other perspectives to think through. And so I want to say, while I'm not sure of everything that's next, and again, I'm just being all the way honest, the next, it's figuring it out. Because sometimes we feel like, for sure, as artists, as independent artists, you have to just be doing all the things all the time. But if it's not like making sense, it's just a hamster wheel spin, So I want to spend the rest of the year just figuring out like what does the rest of this journey look like for me and how do I want to keep going.
Like take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, WB is already here.
Right. And I have so many different like ideas for new music, and so I want to get with the right people who will help bring that sound out. So also just like working on being more vocal, no pun intended, on like what I want to do and how I want to work and where I want to go with this journey, and just kind of seeing what that attracts.
Yes, just take your time. I feel like this been a year, like a lot of people that have been talking, like slowing down to align, like to really figure it out what you should be doing.
Yeah, right, that's so true. Like you have to sometimes slow down,
Yeah.
So your brain can also slow down.
Yeah.
And figure out. I like that. Slow down to align. Yeah. That's what's next for me.
Yeah.
Slowing down to align.
Yeah. Listen to God, because sometimes we're
Yeah.
too busy to hear even what He has to say.
That is
So we like to pray.
true.
Okay. we just say our prayer, but we don't take the time to listen and to what He want to say and what's the path should it be. So yeah, slow down and align.
That's really true. Because we'll ask God for help and we'll say like, God, just show me what to do. But then you keep doing what you want to do and don't take the time to listen to Him, or don't take the time to allow yourself to hear Him, or to allow for Him to reveal Himself. And so that's really, really true what you said. Because I'm always trying to figure out, okay, I got this show done. Because one thing I can do, I know how to book a show. Like I will stay on a stage. And so I have this show done, that show done. I know how to like network and make the connections. And I'll ask God to like show me what's next, and even show me what's the best way to keep going about this path. But as I'm asking Him that, I'm like, hi, so-and-so, remember when we were supposed to like...
He's like, okay.
Do you want me to come through or not?
Can you take your hands and let me do it? This is the moment I am, because I'm like that.
Yeah.
I want to take control. I want to do everything, because I'm not just going to be sitting waiting, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm asking God to give me a direction, but I keep putting my hands on it and I keep like doing stuff my way, how He's going to step on it and like do it.
That is so true. That could be a whole nother 2 hours. Like that's so real. Cause like I'm always trying to figure it out. And I can be guilty of feeling like God's not moving and being like, I'm over here asking you all this and you say I'm your child and I've seen you show up for me before, but where are you now? But it's like, did I really take my hands off the wheel to let Him drive? Yeah. I'm like, lead the way. Oh, it's getting a little windy. Let me take it over.
Yeah, like I'm trusting.
Like, where are we going? I'll just grab the wheel, So, yeah, that's so true. And I feel like that might be what I need to do, because it's been a heck of a year. Like it started off super strong and then it went down really hard and fast. And then things picked back up, and now I feel like they're kind of wobbly again. And there's this pressure to like always be doing something as an artist, especially with social media, especially when you see others doing something. And it's like,
you gotta be
in people's faces. Yeah. People love to say, are you consistent? And I'm like, yeah, in ways that you might not think are, but in ways that are consistent for me. Like I'm doing the work behind the scenes. I'm taking care of my mental. I'm doing laying the foundation, the groundwork. But I might need to slow down a bit and be okay with slowing down, because I'll be like, I'll slow down, then I'm like, we gotta do something.
One thing I learned is like, you are not what to do. Okay, you will love your talent, but you're not your work. Like people love you, your family love you, doing that or not. So I would have put a lot of pressure, because my identity was in what I do. I need to be doing stuff. I need to be in this job. I need to book and be in this stage. And and what if all of that disappear? Who are you? Like, are you okay with yourself? Just yourself and God? And
no, that's real. That's real, because I so often say like, I don't let what I do define me. But then there are times it's like, well, if I'm not up there singing, how can I say I'm a singer? Like if I'm not up there performing or songwriting or, modeling like I also do, it's like, how can I say that these things are my titles? And I've recognized that as much as I am an advocate for like slowing down, and I do it, I don't always know how to do it for a long period of time, because then I'm like, am I being lazy? I'm like, I should be doing more, because again, we feel like we're supposed to, and people put that pressure on us, but it's necessary to slow down.
One tip I've been doing now, and I feel great. I'm taking the Sabbath.
Okay.
And really respecting it. I'm like, don't book me. I was like, okay, God, even just if it's something really, really good, we're gonna have to talk about it.
If you want to give me something really big, I'm not gonna say no.
let's talk about. But for now, I'm like on the Sabbath, right? Like sunset, Friday until sunset on Saturday. I'm not doing any work.
Yeah.
Like don't. Yes,
That's
I
good.
won't be on social media. I will be just taking the day for me, for my dogs,
Yeah.
and talk to my family, doing stuff for me and God, praying and doing all the things, but not working. And in the beginning, I was like, "Am I being lazy? I have so much stuff to get done."
Yeah.
But yeah,
How has it like been keeping that up and not having that guilt?
it's good.
Yeah. How long you been doing it?
It's like it's been 2 months.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like okay. I'm
Like,
like
I guess.
taking a day for myself and
Yeah.
for God, like, and yeah, it's just connecting and disconnecting. I
Yeah.
think is more important.
It's necessary because I get overstimulated in general. But there was like when I look at all the technology we have, like I have this phone and then I got that phone and then I have like my personal laptop and my work laptop and then my watch is going off. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. And so there's constantly things in our faces. So it is important to disconnect and to be okay with it. And like I said, I do it, but not always and not for like long periods of time because then I feel like should be doing something. So that's something I should work on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even Sundays too. I'm trying like be staying off on the weekends. Like
Yeah. I also try to be good about protecting my Sundays because I feel like if you're doing all this on Sunday, you never get the break. Then it's Monday again, you know? And so I'm definitely trying to get good at that. And I want to find a church out here.
oh, you didn't?
No.
You
like,
coming with me then
oh,
Sunday?
okay, yeah.
Yes, one church.
Oh, yes. I know one church.
Have you been?
I have been. Like when I first moved here, I went a few times. I haven't been in years, but I'm down to go
Okay,
again.
because Pastor Torres is gonna be there this Sunday because
Oh, really?
he's in Texas
Yeah.
now. Yeah, he's living there, but he's gonna be here on Sunday. So let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go to church.
Yes.
Yes. Normalize going to church with your friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how can people find you?
Yes, you can find me on social media on Instagram at Miss Morgan Taylor. That's MS Morgan Taylor. And that's where I post about everything that I do from the shows, new music whenever that's going to drop. Yeah, social media, Instagram specifically. I'm super active on there.
Yes.
Yes.
So go there, follow Morgan. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching. This was Open Up with Angel B. I will bring a new guest every Tuesday, so don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for my sponsors, Amplified Entertainment and Sacred Intimacy. And I see you guys next episode. Peace.